They're able to create AI using a much more affordable chip and a much more affordable way of doing it. So does that mean we're overvaluing some of these tech stocks? Are we putting too much money into these, NVIDIAs, these open AIs, these Metas, these Microsofts, when you got apparently, come Monday, well, what happened on Monday was you got companies who could do it for much less money. Tuesday showed us that maybe you pay for what you get for it. If you're talking about an app getting hacked the day after major news broke out. So it's just interesting, man. But to your point, like we always say, man, don't just sit on the sidelines and watch this stuff happen. Welcome, good people, to another episode of Investors Playbook. As always, you have Deshaun Edwards and Cornell Rowan. And man, have y'all seen the market these past couple of days? There has been a huge rupture in the tech sector, NVIDIA, and it's all because of this application called Deepseek. So on this episode, we're going to break down what we have learned about Deepseek, kind of talk about some of the market sentiment that it has created, and maybe give some ideas or what we think, what we intend to do with this opportunity that has been presented to us. So yeah, man, let's first just kind of dive in. And what is Deepseek, man? What exactly is it? Deepseek is a Chinese artificial intelligence company that is grabbing America's attention, sent shockwaves through Wall Street. This is on CBS News, by the way. Experts say that it can rival OpenAI's ChatGPT. Essentially, Deepseek is what they're saying is a cheaper version of ChatGPT. Pegged at only $6 million as far as how much money it took to create this AI. And since Monday, the NASDAQ, NVIDIA, let's just talk about that, dropped 17%, losing almost $300 billion in market cap from this one app. Cornell, man, what are your thoughts, bro?
Man, it's the funny thing about it is what happened right after this. So, of course, as Deshaun said, the NASDAQ, like all chip makers, AI, it took a huge hit. And the next day, they're saying that DeepSeek got hacked. So they put restrictions on who can actually access the app. So I guess the question now is, should we still be weary because the technology is out there? We know the technology is out there and there's no telling like how advanced they're going to make this. Or should we feel better because it's like their product is not up to par yet because it's easily hacked? So I feel like people's minds can go in a lot of different directions right now when it comes to that.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I think so. Headlines are always interesting, and I want to correct something. I did say 300 billion. Looking back at it, it looks like it was closer to 600 billion in market cap that Nvidia lost. So just wanted to, correct that statement. But yeah, I think that the headlines have a crazy way of affecting how the market moves. Essentially, a competitor came out using NVIDIA's chips, by the way. They use NVIDIA's technology. Came out and it caused such a rupture in NVIDIA in the tech sector. And it's like, what is the thought process when you see or read news that say this new app? Because how many other chat GPTs or AIs have already been created? And it's probably because, what I'm trying to say is like, because of the wording of the headlines, right? New Chinese app maker creates AI using much less money. And with that, people will take and just run with it. You know what I'm saying? NVIDIA is not doing any worse. NVIDIA is not like they didn't lapse or anything like that. It's just a competitor came out. But that is how market sentiment works, right? Like once news hits, it's like no taking it back. So as we saw, NVIDIA got crushed on Monday. Today it did crushed on Monday. Tuesday it did a very nice recovery. Not completely, but it didn't get crushed further. To your point, Cornell, it continued, or did it move back up because of the new news article that came out saying that DeepSeek was hacked? Right? Is that kind of how the market moved, or was it just a Nvidia dropped 17%? That is extremely steep for a 1 day move, and the market simply just corrected itself. You know what I mean? There's always those questions, but more so, what is the opportunity that you see now that Nvidia has dropped over 15%? It's recovered a bit, but on Monday it had dropped about 17%.
And I think that's the most important thing to think about because, you know, when people see a lot of red, they get scared, especially if you haven't been in the stock market long and you're like, oh man, I don't want to lose all my money. So you start pulling out and you start making these losses finite. And what we have to realize is the importance of Nvidia right now when it comes to the AI push. And, you know, just staying calm and realizing that while everybody else is scared, this is opportunity to buy this very reputable company for a lower price. So the way I think about it is this company's on sale. So while everybody else is selling, I'm going to start accumulating more shares at a lower price so that when it recovers, because of course, like we were saying earlier, this could just be a phase or just a big scare. So if that's the case, it's going to recover. And then now you had even greater gains because you acquired those shares at a lower price.
No, that's definitely real. I think sometimes I wonder if these headlines are inflated on purpose to do things like drop the market to a more reasonable price so that some folks can purchase them. The ones who aren't going to essentially panic. You know what I mean? So I think that something else that I do want to mention, I'm reading more now, and it says that one of the reasons why Deepseek has such an impact on Nvidia specifically, because people are pretty much saying that Deepseek is doing more with less. They're able to create AI using a much more affordable chip and a much more affordable way of doing it. So does that mean we're overvaluing some of these tech stocks? Are we putting too much money into these, Nvidias, these open AIs, these Metas, these Microsofts, when you got apparently, come Monday? Well, what happened on Monday was you got companies who could do it for much less money. Tuesday showed us that maybe you pay for what you get for it. If you're talking about an app getting hacked the day after major news broke out. So it's just interesting, man. But to your point, like we always say, man, don't just sit on the sidelines and watch this stuff happen. If you were invested in NVIDIA and you saw this giant hit, did you jump out? Did you say, oh, NVIDIA is about to hit the ground? Did you sell all your shares or did you buy more? Right? What was your move when you saw this uh, this dump happen earlier this week, man? I'm not you. I'm saying the people that's listening.
And
Yeah.
I want to go back to you saying the reason why this was so significant because people saw that you could do more with less, right? I think this kind of goes into an earlier conversation that we had on another episode where we were talking about AMD. And because AMD it hasn't been doing so well over the past year. I think it's like down 30 something percent of the
Mm-hmm.
year. So we were thinking, hey, is AMD ever going to recover? I think at some point we're going to realize that not everyone is going to need that top tier chip for what they need done. And it's okay to have the not so great chip, but it's perfect for what you need. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, man. And I think this might be a testament to that. Someone was actually coming out with a version of AI slash chat GPT slash OpenAI that essentially what they're saying rivals all of the major AI systems that are out there, and they did it for a lot cheaper. So maybe that is going to shine some light on the AMDs, the Microns. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe they'll get a chance now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, of course, only time will tell. It looks like China has more things to think about if this was a real thing. You know, not saying that I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but you know, if it was a real thing, then China definitely has some time to develop something better. And I think that the stocks that were hit on Monday, I think they're gonna go back to rising, and this is a good opportunity to buy.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one, brother. I think that Monday gave us a flash sale, and it has not recovered yet, right? According to when we dropped this episode, it has not recovered as of yet. So definitely look not just at Nvidia. Nvidia is the one that's always the one that's in the news the most. But just look at the Nasdaq as a whole. See what other stocks got rocked by this news, and what type of potential opportunities exist out there. So I think now is definitely a good time to not sit on the sidelines, to make some kind of decision with this money. And if you do got some cash out there, see what works best for you in regards to investing in some of these stocks that are at a discount right now. Because 17% for Nvidia is kind of wild. So yeah,
Very
man.
wild. And I doubt this was related, but even Bitcoin got shook. I don't know if you saw,
Mm-hmm.
but Bitcoin went down to like 98,000.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fell.
Crypto guy.
Yeah.
Was it all crypto or just Bitcoin?
I only really watch Bitcoin. No, it was, I saw Ripple got hit, Doge got hit, because Ripple went down to like 270, but
Yeah,
now it's
it
right
did.
back up to like
Right, right
three.
back above $3.
Yeah. So yeah, there was good opportunity in crypto also. I don't know why an AI company in China would affect crypto. I don't know if it was just like something happened, so everybody was like, "Hey, let's take all of our money out of everything." People would be panicking, man. I don't know what that is, but yeah, there was opportunity all over the market.
Yeah, no telling, brother. But yeah, I think that, like we've been saying since January 20th, this is going to be a very, very interesting next 4 years. You got to stay abreast, people. You got to stay watching the news. You got to stay on top of this stuff because you saw how fast Monday happened. And the next day, things were already moving back up. This is, I feel like now things are just going to spike in a single direction. I mean, they're going to slowly climb. But when you see movement like that, you want to at least pay attention and see like why did it happen? What can you do? What opportunities have presented itself? So yeah, it's been a very interesting week, and who knows what the rest of this week will bring? Will will Nvidia get back to its normal by the end of the week? We don't know. XRP has pretty much made it all the way back. Bitcoin has started to rise back. It's back up above 100K, isn't it?
Bitcoin is, yeah, it's around like 101. It's hovering between
Yeah.
101 and 102.
So yeah, man. Just always pay attention, but and also just keep in mind like what is happening with Deepseek outside of the stock market itself. What is this company doing, and how is it going to affect how we navigate now? Is Deepseek gonna like be the next app that we won't be able to download because it's a Chinese company? Do we trust it? I was about to ask that too. Cornell, did you download? You have a chance to download the app? I don't think it's available anymore,
I
but
downloaded it yesterday. Well, I downloaded it on Monday as soon as I saw the news just to see what it was about. I think I got distracted though, because I was at work and stuff, a lot of meetings. So I didn't really get to test out what I just wanted to know why. What was the
yeah,
big deal? But I think you alluded to that by just talking about how much it cost
yeah,
compared to what we're spending on our AI. So
hmm
yeah, I think it makes sense.
for sure. All right, we got anything else for him, bro?
Join the Facebook. Let's facilitate conversations through there, and make sure to check out our website, investorsplaybookllc.com.
Yes, sir. That's it. If you listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, shoot, Amazon, leave a comment. Leave a review, 5 stars if you're rocking with us. Yeah. Outside of that,
And also,
so
we'll be going live on IG at least once a week.
yeah,
So tune in.
definitely, definitely. So if you see the Investors Playbook go live, you know that we're about to talk about something. More than likely, it's going to be about some type of some news that just happened that week. We want to make sure that you guys are staying current on what's happening in the world of finance and just keeping people aware of how the changes, the policies, the executive orders, how it could potentially affect you. Check out the lives. Going to be on Instagram once a week. All right,
All right.
cool. All right, man. Well, we appreciate y'all always for listening. And with that, we will see you all next week. Peace out.